And I'm back whether you like it or not. But I like it because I'm with amazing, amazing Pinays with me, next to me. We're going to talk about health, wellness, fitness, like what Tina and Max just said. So I'll start off with Marie over here next to me. Marie, what keeps you busy? Didiretsuhin ko na because I heard engineer. Are you guys listening? Engineer. But look at the engineer next to me. What's keeping you busy? And tell us a story from engineer to where you are right now.
Well, basically, Chal, I graduated in a chemical engineering degree in UP Diliman.
Ulitin mo yun,
chemical engineering degree in UP Diliman. But that was like, what, long time ago. And I was hired from university, so I was hired during the job fair. So I never really worked locally. I worked overseas immediately. So I worked in Oman, in Congo, in Angola, in Australia, Indonesia, everywhere else. But then, like a lot of us moms, we have kids. And when I had 2 kids, it became quite hard for me to work in the oil rig because we have to be on location. And I had to think of, okay, how am I going to be a mom and also have a career? That's where I transitioned.
Okay, well, I'm still stuck in the engineer part, you know, because I know that you shared your story for a fact. Okay, yes. I saw it, I read it, even my husband was someone who asked me, engineer pala siya from this? And that's why you should not judge a book by its cover, okay? You have Fit Moms Project. How did that begin?
Well, Fit Moms Project is something that Tina and I are working together. It's basically something that started because we are at that age, right? We are at that age where we're starting to think that, okay, we're not getting any younger and it's really time that we focus on our health. This is the time that, oh my God, our immunity, our body is our top priority. And like all the panelists here, we have that chance, that influence to reach out to other moms and say, hey, we can help you get started. We can help you get into this routine, and together we can get stronger, we can get fitter.
So it's also like having that community where people could relate with you. And speaking about relate, sabi ni Rachel, wow, Cam Eng, oh, it's still stuck in my head, diba? And Michelle, oh, she follows you. I'm sure you have some of the followers here
yes.
already. If you haven't been following her, she's everywhere. You'll see her, nonstop active. So what keeps you busy?
Oh my Lord. I have 3 kids, so that really like takes up a lot of my time. But I also have a business. I have a kids decor business, so that takes up another bunch of my time. And then I also have Marie's Discoveries, so if you've seen it, right, you're also in the travel business. It's really at that point where I wanted to help promote local travel. I mean, we're all itching to go out, but our local travel industry needs a lot of our help, guys. So if you're thinking of traveling safely, please consider local first.
Wow, thank you for that message. I love it. Multitasking, in other words. You're
exactly.
doing it. You're doing it.
Like
how moms are.
Yeah,
like
it just comes naturally to all of us, right?
Okay, thank you so much for that. And Maricar, nabasa ko yan. Don't worry, mahal ka rin namin. So I love it. Thank you, thank you. I'm reading it. Okay, now, Whena, we're heading over to you. Can you share with us how you started specializing in microblading? How does one get into it and say, teka lang, I want my career to be microblading?
Well, I started out as a makeup artist back in 2014, 2015. But then when I see people and I do makeup to like models or artists, and I would see their brows like permanent na, and the arch is really so high that it makes their appearance like mataray sila or matapang, ganon. So it would be hard for me as a makeup artist. So nag-research ako, bakit? Tapos pag may nakita ka ni ba mga brows ngayon, blue-green na, red, or violet.
It changed.
Yun yung mga dati pa yung mga brows na mga lola natin.
Yes.
Pero ang hirap, kahit gaano kakagaling na makeup artist, ang hirap pa rin i-tone down or baguhin. Yung, pag nakita mo yung tao ganun, ay, ang tapang na ganon. So, I researched about it, about permanent makeup, and I nakita ko yung microblading. wala pa dito sa Philippines during that time. So when I research about the academies, there are so many offerings in the market, like in Hong Kong, China, Singapore. Sabi ko, ay, sige, pupunta ako dito. But I came across this academy, the FI Academy, FI Browse, FI Academy in Belgrade, Serbia. And I nakita ko na they are the most prestigious academy in Europe. So they are specializing in sabi ng tagline nila, for the most natural brows in the Philippines. I know, in the world, sabing ganon. So I realized that there is a space in the market, especially in beauty, that I could fill in here in the Philippines. So I talked to I emailed the academy, and to make the long story short, I got denied twice because they said that they are yet to hold trainings outside their country. So I got denied twice, although I asked them to bring me supporting documents. During that time, I don't have much travel history. I don't have money in the bank.
Wow.
Kasi my husband and I, we married young, and walang-wala talaga kami. So, tapos sinubo ko pa yung asawa ko sa I wanted my son to go to Ateneo, or so doon pa lang pagpapaaral pa lang ng mga anak namin, hindi na kaya. So, yon, ang lakas ng loob ko na mag-enroll ako sa kanila, knowing na ang tuition fee is something like 130 to 150,000. Tapos, pinipursue ko yung pag-travel doon, hindi nga ako magbigyan ng visa. So, after a week yata, dahil sa inquiries ko, they decided to go out of their country. That's from Belgrade, Serbia. So magkakaroon daw sila ng training sa Spain. So I got a Spanish visa. And this time, I talked to my friends na lagyan nyo ng pera yung bank account ko. Babalik ko rin sa inyo, sabi kong gano'n. So, yun, when I arrived at the embassy, may mga bulong-bulungan na you couldn't get a visa. Kasi yung mga nakapila daw, parang mga Filipina na, mga known na magti-TNT or something. Oh my God! So nag-try pa rin ako. And, ayun, denied pa rin ako. Third time. So, after bringing my kids to school, so pag galing ko ng Katipunan, U-turn ako papuntang Padre Pio. I committed myself to a 9 days novena. And then, sabi ko, Lord, yung last day ko, ba't wala pa ring sign? Last day ko na to, Lord. Sabi ko gano'n. Sabi ko, bigyan mo naman ako ng sign. Wala talaga. So, ayaw mo ba na gagawin ko to? Sabi ko, pero ito alam kong ito yung para sa akin. So, after 3 days, parang may tumawag sa akin at midnight. Tapos, boses pa ng lalaki. Sabi niya, Rowena, sabi niya gano'n, I can bring the academy to Philippines. We got the idea of bringing it to Philippines because you are so persistent. And so sabi kong ganun, what will I do? Sabi niya, you just have to organize a training. If you don't have an office, you can hire or get events place or hotel, ganun. So, tapos binigyan niya sa akin yung mga figures. For one student, it's 120 to 125,000. Sabi, who would trust me? I'm not known in the business. Or wala akong pangalan na pagkakatiwalaan ako. And I don't have a business of my own during that time. So the next day yon, ako ng business permit, everything.
Right away,
Yes, the next day.
Galing.
Tapos na-realize ko, paano kapag kakatiwalaan, wala kang office. So, yun, since sa Ateneo pala yung mga co-workspace. So I rented a co-workspace para dun lang yung mails, yung mga calls ng mga ano. After posting it over the Facebook, I got tons and tons of messages. Even I had there were even cosmetic surgeon, dermatologist. Imagine for 20 students na kailangan ko, na-fill in ko talaga. Siguro in 2 weeks. So, January of 2016, that's the first time that I was able to bring in the Philippines the microblading. So that's when the microblading industry here in the Philippines started.
What year was this, Whena?
2016.
2016, so
Yes.
nag-start ka mga 2015 dreaming about it na?
Yes, oo.
Okay, I love your story. Actually, Christine, yan na yung dapat na sasabihin kong next. But you said it right. Ang raming no's. Ang raming no's. And Joanne saying persistence is the key. That's your story, persistence.
Yes, oo.
And you knew nothing
Yes.
about
I do
it.
I don't have money.
Oh, and that one too, the resources. Oo. You know, may kilay is life na ba din? Uso na ba yung
No,
saying na yon?
not yet.
Wala pa, di ba?
Oo.
Wala pa. So
Wala
it's
pa,
really,
wala pa.
so I wanted to ask you, what made you say na, I'm gonna bring this to the Philippines, but the demand wasn't there. Nauna yung
Yes.
dream mo bago
Yeah,
the demand.
oo.
So what made you say na, okay, kahit na medyo expensive, kahit na medyo, I want to bring it here. What was that?
Kasi when the academy told me that they are using, kasi yung claim nila, true to their claims na talagang hyper-realistic, I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures of artists from other countries, pero iba tong academy talaga. And then, when they told me that they're using plant-based pigment. Kasi sabi nila, you know, Rowena, the thing with the permanent makeup, it has nickel and tartazine or some heavy metals that will last long in your skin, but it will change
Change color,
eventually,
yeah.
like blue,
Yes,
green,
yes.
red. Oo. But this one, microblading, it will last for like 2 to 3 years and it just fades off.
I love it. And the name pa, Fibrows, parang Philippines na, di ba? Owning.
Kaya I was a founder of Fibrows Manila.
Yeah.
And then, lahat yan, pati earrings ko, Fibrows.
Ah!
It really changed my life. It really changed a lot of, the lives of a lot of women here in the Philippines. You know, eyebrowdery, strokes, lahat yan. But you can see me at Mudstudio.
Lovely. Nahiya na ako ipakita yung kilay ko, baka ma-judge. No, but kidding aside, what a powerful story. This was really zero. Ito yung zero to hero.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that. Kanina nag-usap kami, nervous daw siya. Ayoko na maniwala. Ang ganda ng story kasi, di ba? So from one story to another, now we move on to Doc Candy. You're probably one of the movers of functional and integrative medicine in the country. I always hear, of course, of your brand, people always using it, saying that, you know, it was very helpful for them. Can you tell us more about this type of treatment?
Okay, so it's not a very popular term, but now I think in the past few months since last year, because of the pandemic, the field has been growing, and we're so proud that we're getting more and more practitioners in this industry. So functional medicine from the term, in layman's terms, kasi ang dami-daming terms na very highfalutin, ang hirap niya intindihin. So basically what we want to do is bring back the basic function of the human body. So because if our bodies are functioning down to the cellular level, basic cellular level, that your mitochondria is working, may mga ATP tayo.
Mitochondria, I
kumakalat,
remember
diba?
my classes nung high school. Oh.
Yes, so mga narinig natin ng biology, yung mga ganong basic things. When everything is working properly, everything is flowing well, you don't have, kumbaga wala kang sakit. You don't have that, wala kang disease. You don't have an illness. So that's our goal, basically, is really to make sure that your body functions are working properly, all of your organ systems are working harmoniously. So we make sure that your nutrition is good, your diet is good, your movement is good. So yeah, actually, I'm one of the first ones that nag-subscribe to Fit Moms before, because it's so hard to, get moms to exercise and all that. You're sleeping well. Like one of my pinaka-favorite namin question, how's your poop? Are you pooping well? Are you detoxifying well? Are you peeing? Ganyan. As in, like, the sobrang basic questions. Because these actually tell us how your health is. If you're not pooping on a daily basis, it means that you're not flushing out your toxins on a daily basis. So, I mean, you're probably reabsorbing all of those. And if, for example, we ask you about your diet, and usual Filipino diet, kanin ulam.
Yes.
Diba? That's
And
it.
it's so salty.
Yeah, and walang gulay, or our kids don't know how to eat colors. So we know that your nutrition is not that good. So that's why you're getting all of these symptoms. So we start from the very basic one. So that's really what functional and integrative medicine is really to make sure that your lifestyle is pretty good, so that you'll be able to prevent this disease and even reverse some of these diseases. So we've had a lot of patients that actually nababawasan yung medication, some natatanggal yung medications, And yeah, that's really our passion, to tell the world, tell the whole Philippines that we, with these basic things that we have to do every day, we have to eat, we have to drink, we have to sleep. Doing these things right can really reverse a lot of things and really bring back the health.
You know, we giggled when when you mentioned na are you pooping right? But you know, it's true. Even if it sounds basic, I did ask someone, another doctor, okay, how do I know about my immune system? Sabi niya, you know, it might sound crazy, but it's the basic things. How is your sleep? How is your pooping, and how is your eating? Three things. Sometimes we go all the way kung saan pa tayo naghahanap ng sagot, but it goes back to the basics. So I want to know your story about Centro Holistico. Can you share it? What's the idea behind all of it?
Okay, it all started, well, I graduated medical school in 2012 and then I passed the boards the same year. I'd like to believe na medyo out of the box yung thinking ng mga batchmates ko and I, because we all started from a school that we were the first batch of Ateneo School of Medicine.
Oh, ayan, Ateneo, Whena, oh. Okay.
So first batch kami, so medyo kakaiba kami mag-isip. Or like, I'd like to think that all of us in the batch are trailblazers. So like for me, from the start, medyo allergic na ako sa hospitals. So I wanted to get into a practice that will not require me to be in a hospital. So initially, I wanted to do the public health field. And then one of my mentors, Dr. Mikey Vergara, started recruiting for the farm at San Benito. So that's where we started.
Yes.
And then we entered there, we were there for a few months. Our whole team was there for a few months. And then we really saw the difference. Like the practice is kakaiba. It was like, they don't teach us diet in medical school. They teach us calories, like carbs, fats, and proteins, that's it. But they don't really teach us like what is eating well? What is eating properly? Why do you need all of these things? So that's where we were able to see the effects of having all of these gulay in the diet, like how it can reverse.
Was it hard when you started? What year was this when you put up Centro?
This was 2013, early 2013.
Mahirap ba no na i-introduce yun? Siyempre ngayon, everyone's talking about health, di ba? And wellness, di ba? Immunity and all of this. But back then, was it hard to introduce it to the Filipinos?
It kind of was. I remember when we were still working there, most of our patients are foreigners. Like Americans, Australians, people from Hong Kong, ganyan. Bihira ang Pinoy. As in, sobrang bihira ang Pinoy. Because Filipinos, parang, okay lang yan. Our view of health or our view of medicine is very Western. So, pill for every ill. If you have hypertension, you give a medication. So, it was really a foreign language pa by that time. And then when we realized that this type of practice should really be, brought out to the Filipino people, that's when we started to conceptualize Centro Holistico. Like, what's our goal? What's our goal for the country? Why do we want to have this small clinic in the metro? Because the farm is like in Batangas, but it's hard for us. For example, we have personal patients who can't really afford to go to the farm. Where do we bring them? Wala kami mapagdalhan. So parang, for example, I want to tell my patient, I think you need a colon cleanse. So it's so hard for them to go to Batangas. So what are we gonna do?
Correct.
So we decided, like, there's four of us, four founders, me, my husband, Dr. Arafan and Dr. Vergara. So we decided, okay, let's put up a clinic. So what are we gonna put there? So yeah, we started putting up like, okay, we're all doing acupuncture anyways. Let's put acupuncture. It's like one of the most popular treatments because it's in traditional Chinese medicine. It's one of the main treatments, diba? So let's put that. Let's put colon cleanse because it's all about gut health and everything. So when we started putting things together, and it was just a Hail Mary. It was back.
And I love it that it's homegrown.
It's homegrown.
It's here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Actually, all three of you, I see Alicia saying, I love this talk complete. Yes, because we've been saying, be the architect of your own life. And when you're the architect, hindi man pwede kusina lang or master bedroom ang iplano mo. Diba? Even the kitchen, the banyo. So we're talking about not just about entrepreneurial mindset, business. We're also talking about wellness and health here right now. So that's what it's all about. I'm gonna throw in the question to any one of you. And kasama kayo to everyone who's watching, okay? What's the meaning of being the boss of your own life? Kasama kayo, everyone who's watching, type it in on health, beauty, and wellness. What does it mean?
Wow, being the boss of your own life, I think for me, as I have grown older, I realize it's really about being able to pursue your passion and being able to find fulfillment and success in doing so. So when I was younger, I thought I had to follow like the engineering, being a doctor, being a lawyer.
Naka-ano,
diba?
oo.
Like, we were like so groomed na if you didn't go into those categories, parang wala, you're a failure. So, what I learned is that, yes, I tried that technical field. Yes, I excelled in that technical field. But that's not really what I wanted to do. Parang, kasi when you're academically smart, you get pushed into that field, and then you get there, and you're like, it's not that enjoyable pala for you. Or
Yes, it's not for you.
Yeah, it's not for me. And so when I took a step back because of my children, I realized, well, I can do so many other things. And that's really what it means to be the boss of your own life. To be able to pursue what brings you joy, what brings you challenge, but also brings fulfillment, success, and obviously financial value as well.
Kailangan din naman yun,
Yes,
di
because
ba?
pera's important. Let's be honest. This is a girl boss talk, right?
Yeah.
We have to make money, but in a way that you are living your life the way you want to. Because we only have one shot at this, right?
Yes.
That's what we learned during the pandemic. This is your one life. Do not live it for someone else. Live it for you.
Well said. That's why during the pandemic, dun nagsilabasan ng mga secret hidden dreams. Oh, gawin ko na kasi na-realize mo, teka lang, baka gumuho na yung mundo. But why wait for that? Why wait for that? I see something in common with all three of you. And they always say, nagkaroon ng problema or pagkukulang, whether it's lack of fulfillment, okay, or the lack of having beautiful eyebrows here, and even with money, na I don't have the money, but I'm gonna find a way, diba? And the lack of it for you was that, this is not a traditional one, I want something else for in terms of health and wellness, and then you found a way. That's where the solution came in. Really well said. How about for you? Girl
For me,
boss.
For me, being a boss is being able to change the lives of housewives like me. I have a lot of good stories to tell with my students. There are even some of them who would send me messages. Madam, I was able to buy my own car now.
Wow.
Even, I have one student, this is very touching. She showed me a video. Sinakay niya sa tricycle yung mga anak niya. Dinala niya papunta sa isang bahay. Tapos naririnig ko na lang sumisigaw yung mga anak niya, Mama, sa atin yan, sa atin yan. Yes, ito yung bago nating bahay.
Yeah.
Miss Whena, ito, nakabili ako ng sarili kong bahay. Hindi asawa ko, ako. Sabi niya ganon. So, yun, being able to change their lives na, alam mo yun, hindi lang buhay ko ang nagawa, napabuti ko or napaganda ko. Actually, okay naman kasi in fairness naman sa husband ko, okay naman yung work niya. Baka magagalit na yun sabi niya. Baka isipin ng ibang tao, walang-wala asawa. Hindi naman. Kaya lang alam mo yun, iba yung may nagawa ka para sa kapwa mo.
Yeah.
Ang ganda, ang ganda. And that's why we're sharing stories here with all of you. Not just to inspire, pero masabi mo na, uy, siya din nagawa niya, kaya ko din.
Yes.
Kaya ko din. Marie here, isang tingin ko lang sa feed niya, mag-exercise na nga ako. I need to get fit. No, seriously, it's true. It's that you don't know, hindi mo alam kung sino matutulungan mo, but along the way you will. And I'm sure you have those stories too, as a girl boss, and I've seen how, I've been seeing that brand come up in my feed as well, and they say how it has changed their lifestyle as well.
Yes.
So, Pinay Girl Boss for you is?
Someone who knows her passion and knowing your strengths and your weaknesses and knowing to work these things to go towards that goal. Like when I found that passion, we always think na paano ko ba gagawin to? Do I have that strength? Will I be able to do this and make sure na hindi tayo malulugi? Yes. Kasi malaki yung pera involved and putting up something. Like I'm sure, diba, when every one of us started, when you all started our business, we always think, oh my gosh, mag-ROI ba ako? And you always have to have a plan. It can be like one plan A, B, C, but always have a plan and always have a backup and
Backup
prayers.
of the backup.
Backup of the backup of everything, and always have your prayers and always go back to your why. Why are you pursuing this in the first place? Because if you don't have the why, you lose track of everything. Like for us, it's really, we believe in the practice. We saw how it really changed the lives of our patients, not just it started with our families. Experiment yan eh. Pinag-experimento namin lahat ng mga pamilya namin, friends, etc. And we saw
Ngayon,
how it
kami lang
changed.
lumalapit sa'yo para experiment on us.
So, ganun siya nag-start. And when you really go back to your why, you always ask why. You just keep on pushing and making sure that you'll be able to spread the word to everyone else. And that's really when people start realizing these things, and you know that it was your first step that made them realize these things. It just brings so much joy and pushes you further forward.
Thank you for sharing that, all three of you. You know, the word passion has been coming out, and I just want to put it out there. No, passion, a lot of people are using it, pero it could be a heavy word for some people. I'm sure nung nagsimula ka, for example, with Whena, hindi mo naman passion ang eyebrows, di ba? Na parang hindi yon. But I think I could remind everyone watching here, you could also, if you don't know yet your passion, you can follow your curiosity. Janice mentioned it a while ago, don't stop being curious. Follow your curiosity. You were curious, teka lang, parang I'm not fulfilled, and you know, I have my kids and I want to do more stuff. So you got curious, and finally, it brought you here to where you are today.
Yeah.
You got curious. Wala na to sa Pilipinas. How do I bring it here? You got curious too. There should be another way. I don't like the hospitals, di ba? So there should be another way. So when you follow your curiosity, that could lead to your passion. Kung medyo mabigat lang ha. Kung medyo mabigat, kasi some people was like, ang rami kong passions eh. I like to dance, cook, sing. Diba? It's possible. This is real talk. Diba? So you can use following your curiosity that will lead to your passion later on. And that's why we love it when you guys are curious to hear their stories, because that could lead to your passions and wanting to do more. Tips and advice, ito na. We always throw this out, but really, based on your life story, ano talaga yung napagdaanan mo that really helped you?
I think for me, it's really being open to change. When I started, I was so focused on just one career path. I was like, an engineer, I'm gonna become the production manager, I'm gonna become the Asia Pacific manager, and then the world manager of whatever.
Corp terms yan,
Right?
Asia Pac.
Yeah, Asia Pac, yeah. So that was my goal. I mean, I did an MBA, I was like going there, you know, and I was quite competitive. It was a male-dominated field, so I was really getting off on that, oh yeah, I'm like the only female here, yes, you know, I was like go, go, go. But then, you know, you realize that it's okay to change. It's okay to, if you're in that stream of that rat race you're in, it's okay to just get off, walk somewhere else, and do something completely different. And yes, follow your curiosity, be open to what's happening around you. What started my kids' business is I was living in BGC at that time, and all these bazaars were popping up. It was the Mercato Central, it was all that stuff. And I got curious. I thought, there are no teepees here, right? We brought the teepee here.
Say the name of your baby. What's
my
the business?
Potly and Toddy
There you
brand.
go.
There you go. I didn't want to like promote illegally
No,
here.
go ahead. We're all here to, you know, really share our story.
So that's the thing. We brought it here, and we really saw how people embraced it. Really introduced imaginative play to people, that you don't need to buy all these plastic toys that just ends up as junk in your home. You can introduce them to imaginative play, and that's the other side of what I'm doing. And that's what you need to do. Just look around you, and that opportunity is just there. I mean, like for her, it's not something na parang instantly, oh my God, I'm so passionate about teepees. Of course I'm not, but you know, it will hit you that there is a need for this. It's not here, and I know how I can bring it here. Or I may not know, but I have the capacity, the intelligence to know and find out how to get it done. And there you go.
And then there you go. This is it now.
Here we go.
I think Anna Marie says it like, yan, parang Marie Forleo rin, di ba? Multi-passionate entrep. That's Marie Field Fit here rin. Parang ganun lang din siya. Fit Moms Project, she has her potty nubbly, everything, di ba? And all of these things. But it doesn't mean na kalat tayo, that we're doing a lot of things. No, what it means is that we are following our curiosity, our passions, and then whichever leads us to the path na, oh, ito na yon. And I think that's what you've proven.
Chal, you have a point there, because sometimes we think now, oh, we should just do this. Like, I'm a doctor, I
Yes.
should just do this. But later on in life, as you get older, you realize it's okay to have different
Pwede
passions.
pala.
It's okay to give a little bit of yourself to that and to that. You have advocacies, you have things you fight for, and it could be different. It could be makeup, it could be fitness, right? And it's okay.
I love
You
it.
could be fabulous, you could be smart, it's okay. You could be like whatever
Creed
you
ko
want.
yan eh. Creed ko yan. I always say that, uso yung mga slash, slash, slash. I love it that you mentioned that because buffet of life. May mga taong hard hitters, they know what I want, drill, I will get that. And meron ding taong, hindi, titikim ako ng buffet, gusto ko lahat ng masasarap. And that's okay too, that's okay too. So thank you for sharing that. I think that's very wonderful. Whena, I know you will give us real tips because pinagdaanan mo ang lahat ng no's. Pati embassy no, pati all these types of no. So what is it that you could share to get to that success?
Number one, prayers talaga. If I hadn't give in to what my friend was telling me na talagang, kung gustong-gusto mo talaga, ipagdasal mo. So, talagang kinomit ko yung sarili ko for a 9 days novena. Also, rosary, ganon. But aside from that, you have to be true to your claims. Right now, in the market, there are a lot of people, like artists, doing the same thing that I'm doing. So, pag sinasabi sa akin ng mga students ko, Madam, parang, kasi ang mahal ng charge namin eh. Like me, I charge 25,000. There are 3,000 kilay, 2,999 with free facial. But, sabi kong ganun, napag-aralan mo eh, yung discipline, you have to be true to your clients na hindi naman lahat dapat tanggapin mo for microblading because not all skin types are the same or skin condition. So, hindi lahat po pwede mong gawa ng microblading. So, you have to be true to your claims. Yeah. Say no. Kasi, it's either mapapaganda mo or mapapapangit mo sila eh. 'Di ba? Kikita ka nga, pero so you have to be true, and then you have to be really you have to keep up with the innovations.
Ayun, the changes as well that's happening.
Kasi what may be good kasi nga, 'di ba, may permanent makeup. Yun lang yung available noon eh. But there might be innovations or bagong na-discover na ito pala mas natural, ito pala mas maganda sa skin or something. So you really have to innovate.
I love it, Whena, that you know what you're worth. Okay, may mas mura sa akin, but kilala ko kung anong kaya ko at anong pwede kong gawin. And I stand by it.
Pag may tumatawag sa akin, yung mahal-mahal mo naman dahil ba nasa Shangri-La ka? No, ma'am, that's how I value my service.
Wonderful piece there. Sometimes that's the problem of people na parang nahihiya magpresyo sa sarili, mahihiyang sabihin ito. But in truth, that means also that you believe in yourself. This is what I stand for. I know what I know. Well done. Thank you so much. And for you, Doc Candy.
Last, so everything they said, plus I think for me, know when to ask for help. Know when to, you have to know your limits. Kung magaling ka sa marketing, pero hindi ka magaling sa operations, get an operations person. And I think the good thing about us, me and my husband and our other partners, we know our strengths and we know where our limits are. So for example, now that we're growing, I needed to get an outsource my marketing. Kasi hindi ko na kaya. Hindi na pwede yung ako lang yung nagbo-boost, ako lang yung ganyan. So that's when you have to know when to ask for help. And that's not showing weakness, that's showing that you're strong enough to ask for help.
Yes.
Kasi yung iba parang sinasabi pag boss ka, they think na hindi
do everything.
Parang you can do everything, hindi eh. You really have to know that what you can do well, and whenever you you're given the opportunity, you see that person magaling to, kunin mo siya. Ganun ka agad.
I love it because when you say Pinay girl boss, it doesn't mean you cannot learn more. Doesn't mean you shouldn't ask for help. Well said. Kaya nga tayo nandito lahat because we're learning from each other. So thank you so much for saying that. And that's why I'm so grateful to my yaya. She is the super mom. No, I'm honest. I have
yayas.
I have the dad and I have the yaya also. So thank you so much. Kidding aside, it was a wonderful talk. Short but sweet but powerful. So thank you so much, Marie, Whena, and Doc Candy, of course, for that wonderful discussion. You could read on their comments. They are learning from you guys as well. Thank you for reminding everyone that taking care of oneself is not a selfish act, no, but it is an investment to improve your well-being, to nourish your inner core. So again, thank you so much, ladies. Thank you.